Welcome back to more Pokemon White 2. So last time, we had a little bit of a training arc. Swaddle did get Pokebite in the part before that. Then we made very good use of that to get them a lot of levels, alongside getting Oshawott a few levels. That allowed us to take on the gym. We didn't win on that first attempt, but I changed my strategy for the second attempt, and we somehow won. I mean, I don't know if I deserved to win it, considering what happened last time, but we did, so yeah. So now Oshawott needs a bit of catch up to do, so I'll put in a lot of work. Luckily though, maybe things will even out because next gym Swaddle's probably not going to do much, so yeah. And yeah, I should have mentioned this about Charon. He actually mentioned it a little about, but yeah. He's actually one of Bianca's friends, and he had a journey with her, alongside obviously a certain someone in the Black and White playthrough, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you remember the wonderful moment in which you received that badge forever, so yeah. We did it. Somehow. And yeah, we also got the workout TM2. This is actually a pretty useful move. One I keep forgetting about, to be honest, as well, because again, it is still a cert move, and of course for mix attackers it's quite nice. Like yeah, Peter could use it, that probably helps out with its, you know, kind of weird stat spread. It means that it can boost both its forms of damage, for example, so yeah. And yeah, Pokemon coming up kind of makes good use of it too, so yeah. I say kind of because it's a bit of a weird choice, so yeah. But anyway, hey! How was it? How did your Pokemon battle with the gym leader go? Oh, it was a basic badge. Wow, amazing! You just set up on your journey with your Pokemon. You definitely have potential as a trainer, I'm sure of it. This is from me, it's a TM for the move return. That's a pretty good move to get right now. That its power raises depending on how happy the Pokemon is with you. And yeah, your Pokemon might actually be decently happy with you, so yeah, you might actually want to teach her. But anyway, when a Pokemon knows to return the move, the more it gets along with the train, the more powerful the move is. Still, that's Sharon. Bianca. It's been 2 years, hasn't it? Oh wow! What's up? I thought it would be a good idea to register each other in the action receiver. And communicate with me from your action receiver. Me too. There's Professor Juniper for you too. Anyhow, I guess we can go over that because it's interesting. Hi there, Rohan. I'm Professor Juniper. The uncle told me you accept the Pokedex. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, we all know more about Pokemon and be able to get along with them even better. Hi, Professor Juniper, it's really interesting over here. There's so many Pokemon we couldn't prove were here 2 years ago. Thank you for going so far for this errand, Bianca. And Sharon, how are you enjoying being a gym leader? As gym leader for a long time, I'm glad you're doing so well. The gym position's very tough. If I had my usual partners, oh Sharon, I ain't bound to come down to the wire and make you a gym leader who deepens the bonds between your challengers and the Pokemon, right? Yeah, I mean it happened on the first attempt, but I'm not so sure about the second attempt, so yeah. That'll be fine. Sharon's a new gym leader, I'm the assistant Pokemon professor, and Ryan's a new trainer. I mean, you always have Pokemon by your sides. That's right, Bianca. Our world is a world where we live with Pokemon. Everyone, keep that in mind as we see your dreams get Pokemon. Particularly you, Rohan. The focus is something important, but let's enjoy your journey with your Pokemon to your heart's content. That was a nice shot. Hey Rohan, isn't Professor Juniper cool? We talked to her on the Exchange here, she'll value the completeness of your Pokedex. She'll tell you a lot about how Pokemon evolve. You can call us too, of course. I'll tell you how well you and your Pokemon are getting along, okay? Bianca makes a good point. I'll tell you what I know about Pokemon abilities and Pokemon type matchups. And Bolton too. Hi, the gym leader. 1, 2, 3, let's battle. You look like a tough trainer. Understood. Please come to my Pokemon gym. What's that weak cat? So I don't think I'm gonna take you down. Hey, gym leader, it's even harder than I imagined. The next thing is to make us so you can use the Seeker. The Seeker is a cool device of communications, infrared connection, or Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. There we go. So this is how we could do some multiplayer stuff. I'm going to turn it on because I'm not sure what I can use it for yet. You want to turn on the Seeker, touch the power symbol at the bottom right of the Seeker screen. Now to turn on the power, if you touch the question mark icon in the bottom right corner of the Seeker screen, you can read about the Seeker. Like, what are you gonna do now? You know, there's another Pokemon gym, Virbank City, which is just past the Sissy Town. Alright. I mean, there's one good use of the Seeker, and that's for the past powers. basically, in Entralink, which I believe you enter with the Sea Gear, you can complete these missions, and then these give you pass powers, and these powers actually give you some really nice boosts, actually. We got Return. Let's teach that, actually, because we have a lot of moves that don't do anything, basically, so Return would be a better place for them. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the power is, and also we did Feint Ocelot because of a critical hit, so yeah. But yeah, it's better than Water Sport at least, so yeah, I'll take that. You have this raise by walking around, which is the easiest way, or, I mean, it's the... I wouldn't say the easiest way, but... Like, yeah, it's the one that requires the least amount of effort, although it takes a while. Battling, you know, leveling up, I think, using items on the Pokemon, those also help too, I believe, so yeah. And then Feigning and getting Bitter Medicine does not help, so yeah. And yeah, it makes sense to go to Swaddle because Swaddle is a happiness evolution, so yeah. So once it's leave value, we know that Return is going to be putting out some good numbers, so yeah. So let me move around on this a little bit. So I'll put Return there. Again, I'm not so sure if it's strong attack it probably is, but I'm not going to chance it. And I guess we'll do this. So there we go. It's also fun that, yeah, she gives Return because, that's one of her, like, that's one of her signature moves in, her Final Battle Black and White, so yeah, that's pretty cool. And we get more hit bells. Good stuff. And because we did beat a gym leader, that means that, yeah, more items are hit, including Great Balls. That's actually really cool. I wouldn't mind buying a few. I cannot afford 10 of them, so yeah. So I'm just gonna buy, like... I can wait though. I'll see if I can buy 10 of them. And then get another free Premier Ball. Anyway, let's have some fun with the actions here. So yeah. Probably registering it would be a good idea, but I'm probably not going to use it that much, so yeah, I just can't want to show who you can talk to, so let's talk to Professor. So yeah, we can just chat to her. I'm sure there's still Pokemon that no one in the world has seen. Doesn't just imagining them make you excited? You can tell me about evolution. So let's say Swaddle. May evolve when it levels up. So yeah, this is good if you don't know how Pokemon evolves. It's actually really nice. And you can also check Pokedex. You've seen 14 Pokemon. And you can walk through Tortoise, obviously. And then we can talk to Charon. He talks about abilities, like he said. So yeah, let's just check on them. Listen, make sure you never run out of Pokeballs. You don't know where you'll run into what Pokemon. You have to be ready and believe an opportunity will come your way. Very good advice. Types. Yeah, again, let's look at some. Bug Grass type Pokemon. It's weak against Poison, Rock, Bug, Ice, Flying, and Fire type attacks. Because it's weak against many types of trainer has no time for it. That's interesting. What about Oshawott? A Water type Pokemon. It's weak against Grass Ledge type attacks. Okay. He doesn't have much else to say there. That's interesting. Tell me about abilities. So yeah, Oshawott first. Torrent, huh? This is where the power of Water type moves and the Pokemon's HP becomes low, doing it even when the Pokemon's in the pinch. It's a believe under 1/3. It's very clutch if you can activate, and Swaddle, Swamp. Basically the same thing. The ability raises the power of Water type moves, the Pokemon's HP becomes low. What about Pickup? Pokemon's ability may pick up the iron the opposing Pokemon and use that turn at the end of the turn. What's more, it sometimes picks up an iron after battle, even if it didn't participate. Just so you know, the higher the Pokemon's level is, the better iron it picks up. Whole thing. Pokemon is holding an item already, display does nothing. So yeah, there you go. Good advice. Actually, very good advice. So yeah, good one, Sharon. Bianca. Bianca's actually quite important, if I remember correctly, for us. I've also talked to her. How are things going today? If everything goes well, I'm sure you're having fun. If it's not great, then I'm sure tomorrow will be better. She can look at friendship, which, yeah, that's really good for us. You and Sai, you're starting to get to be friends. Just maybe. Walking on the same path is making you understand one another. So yeah, because yeah, we need Swaddle's friendship high, obviously, so yeah. And then Mom. So yeah, King Tortua. There are many different Pokemon, even the same kind of Pokemon have individuals with completely different natures. I wonder what kind of Pokemon is a perfect match for you. And then Aspertia City. What, you're in Aspertia? Then you should come home to your own house. Yeah, you can also talk to her about all the places you visit, so that's nice. Hey, I think she'll call us when you get to Virbank, so yeah, maybe we could call her again there. But anyway, alrighty, we got the sea gear. We talked about what the excellent sea can do for us. That's pretty useful for us. Yeah, I think we should just head out now. Again, so let's get Oshwa a little bit of help here, so yeah. Our next stop is Virbank, and yeah, we might as well go to Virbank, I think. We also tell Alder that we beat the gym leader too, so yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty excited because, yeah, again, Virbank has a lot of new things to see, so yeah, for Black and White, and, well, in Univers in general, I should be saying, so yeah. Oh yeah, I should mention something. So in Processing Ranch, so you remember when so yeah, Sharon mentioned that you should never run out of Pokeballs. Well, yeah, what happened was my brother was trying to hunt something. I'm gonna guess it was a Riolu, but then he ran out of Pokeballs. But then when he did, he found a shiny Azurill, which he couldn't catch because he didn't have Pokeballs. That definitely hurts. So yeah. That's also like one of the few times I've seen a shiny in a Gem Pack game, because I actually run into one randomly. And I've been playing these games for a long time, so yeah. Hey! I found like random Pokemon other generations like Gen 3 and Gen 4, but not Gen 5 for some reason, so yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot to upgrade the Pokédex I gave you. I'm gonna have to habitat this. Yeah, this is when it happens. For some reason I thought it always had this feature, so yeah. I'm just gonna borrow your Pokédex for a second. Nice. The habitat list, you can check which Pokemon in the area. It's a mode in the Pokedex. To use it, open the Pokedex and tap the habitat list on the lower left of the touchscreen. Next, hit the area you want to see. You can see all the Pokemon that live in that area. It even tells you which ones you've already caught. And we're good. Now, typically, when you're walking down a path, you'll sometimes see rusting grass. You go to that spot, well, let the rest be a surprise. Then the Pokedex will make your world bigger, so go to many different places and meet many different Pokemon, okay? See you! Awesome. Alright, so she also told us about rustling grass, which we can maybe run into. Rustling grass, I think, spawns a little bit quicker in Black and White 2 when compared to Black and White 1, so yeah. I think I'm gonna go up first. Because, yeah, we want to run to rustling grass at least once, because then I can talk about the new Pokemon we can find with it, because, yeah, this area actually has 3 new Pokemon, 2 of them are with the rustling grass, so yeah. So I'll talk a little bit about the habitat list. It's actually a feature I quite like, and we see it in... there it is. So not too long. And yeah, the Pokemon you're most likely gonna find is Ono. It's only level 2, so it's not that useful. Ono is normally a Pokemon that gives a lot of EXP when taken out, but since it's only level 2, it's probably gonna give like 10 or something. 41, that's a lot better than I thought. But anyway, so I'll talk a little bit about the habitat list, and then we'll talk about the new Pokemon. So yeah, second, I like it. Let's actually look at it. And yeah, there it is. We can touch the bottom screen there. So yeah, I can look at something like Route 19, which I put all the Pokemon on for. There you go. You see a Pokemon Snap. Congratulations. So yeah. And yeah, this bottom here, it actually divides it into areas, basically. So yeah, Route 20, I believe we've seen like most Pokemon on Route 20. Oh yeah, there's one more actually. So that's why we haven't filled it in yet. And then for Sessi Ranch, I think, yeah, one more Pokemon again. It's the other Pokemon Rustling Grass, which luckily a trainer has. So I think that will help fill this in. But anyway. And yeah, there's actually some NPCs who want to see a complete habitat list. We'll try to work on that as well, so yeah. But anyway, let's talk about some new Pokemon while we take out this guy. Let's talk them first though. And Lily Pokemon animals. So let's go grab that. A repel, very nice. I could definitely use those. Hey, that green thing there's the basic patch, but don't get a swelled head. It's a rough world out there. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, he battles you. So yeah, that Pokemon we found was Ono. So Ono is not really a great Pokemon to use normally. It can be funny though, because there's definitely some good qualities. The reason why I wouldn't recommend using it is it's kind of passive, only 60 offenses. But it does have a good 103 HP and 86 defense. It's just that, yeah, when talking about, you know, the fancy robust Pokemon, it's not the best because, yeah, it only has, It only has, you know, it's only a normal type. But there are definitely some good things about it, like your Regenerator, it learns a lot of good moves, you can even give it Work Up if you want to set up and do a lot of damage in its coverage, but yeah, there's better Pokemon for a lot of these roles, I feel like. It's more of a novelty, but yeah, if you want to have some fun, maybe something a bit more offbeat, maybe not the worst choice in the world, so yeah. That's just kind of how I view it. I think another thing about it too is that, let me focus energy. Which, yeah, that raises that critical hit rate. I'll get rid of Tailwhip actually. You know, Tailwhip could still be decently useful because it actually helps survival too, but yeah. Anyway, good experience. I was so concise, I think I could show you anything. Alright, B. With the panel Pokemon like that, even a kid like you can hold your own against that. Yup. Let's go back to Facessi so I can heal. So yeah. Another thing about it is that it actually learns a lot of moves to help its partner in the double battle, like Helping Hand, Heal Pulse, and after you. So that's another use for it. And like I said, it's a very niche Pokemon. But it does have some decent qualities if you don't mind something very offbeat. Alright, with that done, let's talk about the other Pokemon in the Rusting Grass, Dunsparce. So yeah, Dunsparce is Dunsparce. There's not really a Pokemon like it. A Pokemon with a lot of potential, but yeah, let down by just not having the stats. It's similar to Honor at this point actually, although I think it's slightly better. It does slightly more damage, it isn't that bulky, but does a lot more interesting moves, especially for level up. Honor is more reliant on TMs is the thing, and a lot of those TMs we don't get until later. So let's fight you. The strongest trainer, Virbank says preschool. Alright then. So again, yeah, Dunsparce has a lot of moves. Not just via TM, also via level up too, and a lot of interesting ones like Glare, Roost, Double Edge, Dig, Coil, True Run. There's a lot to be interested by. But again, it's just that, yeah, it doesn't evolve, so its utility is basically just, you know, its utility is relegated to basically the early game, so yeah. I don't see how much Return did, and it does about the same as Tackle, so that's good to know. But again, if I don't want Return, it's a reusable TN, so we don't have to worry too much on it. I guess I'm not the strongest in the world. So yeah, again, yeah, I can definitely see Dunsparce being decent. It also gets Yawn, but again, it's a bit of a rare encounter with the Rusting Grass, so yeah, just keep that in mind. But considering that, yeah, it can set up, it's definitely not the worst thing in the world, so yeah. And of course, yeah, I didn't even mention its ability Serene Grace. Yeah, that doubles the effects of secondary effects like Flamethrow's Burn Chance, Thunderbolt's Paralyze Chance, stuff like that. Of course, Flinching is the main thing that people use it for, like with Headbutt, which we can't get on it, but yeah. But again, could be a fun ability. Again, it's an interesting Pokemon, just not one you're probably going to be using long term, so yeah. So that's really it for Dunsparce. Rohan, wait! There we go, remix of Charon's theme from Black and White. Call me YouTube. See a Dark Talk Grass here? It's rare, but sometimes two Pokemon pop out at the same time. Also, the Pokemon that hide in Dark Grass are slightly stronger, so be careful you walk through. If you're going to challenge the next gym, it's the Virbank gym. These might help. Peach berries, yeah, that'll definitely help. Yeah, something you pulled. Over you, do your best. If you need anything, call me in the actions, yeah? Sharon sure knows a lot, and he bought those Team Pasta bucks too. I decide I'm gonna get stronger than him. You should. Do your best. Fill up the Pokédex on my back, got it? I had to get stronger than Team Plaza. Makes sense. So yeah, we're seeing this mechanic now. Two Pokemon appearing in a encounter, and yeah, they're actually decently leveled. So yeah, we really need EXP, then I guess we can go here. This is not bad because Sliddle's about to get Reason from us. That's nice. So yeah, there's one new Pokemon in this Dark Grass, two Venipede. So yeah, let me get the Venipede's info just in case I need it. So Venipede, Bug Poison type. Pretty decent poison type in general, and yeah, it's also a very strong. It's also a very strong bug type, just like my good old Swaddle as well. Again, let's get a little bit more info about it. So yeah, So 21 evolves into Whirlipede, and then 30 evolves into Scolipede. And here's the Razor Leaves. That's very nice. We'll get a String Shot, because again, I don't really see myself using it, even though in a Dullvar, they actually lower both opponent speed, which is actually kind of good. It's just that, yeah, we don't do enough Dullvars for that to be very good, so yeah. Yeah, speed control is very good. It's just that, yeah, speed control can be very good. It's just that, yeah, again, we're not doing so many Dullvars that make it matters, so yeah. Anyway. Let's go get this. A Great Ball, that's very nice. I'm never getting a lot of those coming up. Alright. Let's talk a little bit about Venipede. So yeah, Venipede, yeah. Poison Bomb or Swarm is ability, you can go with either way. Swarm probably is a little bit better for its role because it's good at attacking, so yeah. No, yeah, it doesn't take too long to get Scolipede, only level 30. You also got Whirlipede too, which is slightly different moves, I think. Like Iron Defense, for example. At level 22, so yeah, you could keep that if you really want. But anyway, let's talk about the main winner though, Scolipede. So Scolipede has some pretty amazing offensive stats. Let's fight you. Pretty good offensive stats, like, yeah, we're talking 90 attack and 100 plus speed. Hey there, look at my Wilson Pokemon. That's really good. And then its coverage is actually a lot better than you would expect. It obviously gets, you know, I think the main problem though is its poison type stat, because you don't get poison trap until post game, which kind of sucks. But the good thing is that poison doesn't actually do much, it's just kind of there. Because its bug type moves are also good against grass and things, so yeah. And that's only what poison's good against, so yeah, so that's something to consider. Anyway, be more XP good. I'm not mad. I got this trainer. I kind of want to use a potion before finding them because yeah, they have a Pokemon we talked about a little bit ago. So yeah. So here's my medicine bag. I have 4 potions. So there we go. I could go back to the Ceci Ranch, but yeah, I want to keep things moving here. So yeah. And if I use the nursery aid, I always give my best time around kids a Pokemon. So yeah, Poison Jab, yeah, that's a bit of a problem, and I don't know if it gets Gunk Shot. No, it doesn't in this game. It does in Legend CA, which I played recently, so yeah, anyway. Yeah, she has a Dunsparce, so let's see what we can do. And yeah, level 12 is not bad, so yeah, this could be a bit of a rough battle. Especially considering, yeah, all the weird moves Dunsparce gets, but right. So yeah, again, its coverage is great. Outside, you know, not having the poison type move, that might actually not be the worst thing in the world until, you know, you actually get poison jab, because yeah, it gets some very good Mewtwo moves as well, like Arcatel, and I love that, yeah, Super is in the main story. There's actually not many Mewtwo moves that are locked out of the, that are actually good, that are locked out of the main story, so that's nice. It's mainly like stuff like Outrage and stuff, I think. But anyway, level 15, almost level 16. Oh no, I'll not be a very good example to the kids, am I? Alright, done. I think, yeah, what I want to do now is I kind of want to prioritize Oshawott, because Oshawott's closer to something big, its evolution, so yeah. So that's what I want to do. We got another battle coming up here though, one where Swile's going to do its thing, let's just say. And yeah, its TM list is also good. Again, we don't get Earthquake in the main story, but we can also use Bulldoze. There's a rock side too, so again, you got a lot of options. They're giving stuff with swords dance too, so yeah. Again, Scolipede, yeah, it's a Pokemon I really like. Definitely one I was considering, that's the thing, sure. Because again, it does a lot. It could potentially do a lot. It's just that, yeah, again, it can't fulfill its full potential in the main story, unlike Black and White, where Poison Jab was in the main story. It's just that, yeah, Earthquake still wasn't, so yeah. Again, yeah, great Pokemon, I really like using it, so yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about it. It did get a Mega, that's something new that happened between my Black and White playthrough and Black and White 2 playthroughs now. So yeah, it's an interesting Mega, shall we say. Again, I'm not really sure what to think about it until we can see its ability bit, right? 2 Pokemon, strong and strong come together to become very strong. 1 plus 1 isn't 3. So yeah, we got the twins here. They engage in double battles, obviously. And they like to use the same Pokemon as each other, obviously, as well, so yeah. Alright. Oshawott might not be full health against a grass type Pokemon, but this is something we're talking about, so yeah. so I'm not accepting much. Yeah, that did quite a bit, that tackle. So take out one Sunken. I mean, they only have like absorb or stuff like that. Yep, so that's not gonna do much. Yep, and we just take out another tackle. So yeah, so that's all the Pokemon on this route. Again, not a bad selection, although yeah, again, most of them are the rustic grass Pokemon. And again, you're mostly, I feel like most people, wow, my Pokemon won't fight any longer. Oh, my Pokemon's are looking similar. I mean, mostly I'll just use rustic grass to find Honor and get a lot of levels, so yeah. I don't know when I'm supposed to use potion stuff. That's something really cool. That moves where 2 Pokemon can attack at once. Interesting. But anyway, yeah, let's just, you know, we're at the end of this route now, so yeah, let's just head in. Well, Grass Rustle, it's Pokemon Hide and Seek. You know, one of the Pokemon who hide in rusting grass, I wonder why I will give all Pokemon so many EXP points. Hello, oh you. You're with ball Pokemon, but yeah, ball Pokemon, your journey should be even more fun. Here, I'll give you these, so I didn't catch more Pokemon. More Great Balls, I guess I probably don't need to buy them. You know what they say, cheerful company shortens the smile. Shorten the miles. I guess I could shorten the smiles too, but anyway. And yes, Showsy is ringing. Hi, it's your mom. Where are you right now? Wow, Virbank Sea, there's a complex there, right? Have you been there yet? The way it looks at night is really quite nice. I can also train your Pokemon there. You know, your Pokemon can do some things and you can do others. I hope you can all work together and accomplish some amazing things. Yeah. And we also got this going on. Roxy, don't try to stop me. I'm off to PokeStar Studios to live up to my true potential. My dream is to be a ship captain and a movie star. Get real, you're captain already, aren't you? If that shit doesn't move, you're gonna cause lots of trouble. Oh dear, daughter. You split your time between your responsibilities as a gym leader and with your band, right? I could do that too. Ah! You dim-witted, dense, dumb, daft, dippy, dorky, dolcious doofus! Doing dull is the problem. You're causing problems for people. Keeping people from getting where they're going because of sheer selfishness is unforgivable. I've had it. I'll go to the gym. So yeah, we don't actually have to do anything to go to the gym. Because we got a family feud going on, it looks like, so yeah. Again, I think people don't think much about that interaction, but I don't know, there's something a bit interesting about it. I think with some dialogue we're about to see, so yeah. Anyway. Again, I think it's good to, you know, brawling your surroundings, but again, you probably don't want to hurt other people in the process, right? So yeah. This chance poison type Pokemon with poison type Pokemon. At least that's what Roxy told me. Roxy's a gym manager. She plays an instrument. Pretty cool. So yeah, Roxy is a poison type specialist. The more gym managers you have, the more items you can buy at a shop. I didn't know that. That's a question. If you want to play, whether you prefer outside or home? Home? I see. In which are you interested in? The thing everyone knows or the thing nobody knows? What about this? Oh really? I say you're quite relaxed. Yeah, I do like the more obscure stuff, I guess you could say. But anyway, so I got healables and netballs. Netball is not a bad thing to get right now, so yeah. You know, yeah, we just got a lot of great balls. I'm being actually confident not buying them, so yeah. That could be famous last words, but I guess we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of Pokeballs you can put in your belt is 6. You can take 6 Pokemon with you. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna make a team of 6. My metal's really pretty, isn't it? If you saw the hint metal riddles, you can collect more and more of them. Let's have a look at Virbank and I'll end the spot. Next time I'll check out the complex because we're gonna be there for a little while, so yeah. When a Pokemon evolves, the appearance will change, it'll get more powerful. If you give a Pokemon for evolving limb moves quickly, yep, we learned about that before. I want to go to PokeStar Studios as soon as possible. On an idea, honored to be in a movie. Yeah, PokeStar Studios. Yeah, we'll talk about that certainly. Sawchuck's been with me since I was born. Its keen eye ability has helped me so many times. I didn't realize there was graffiti that too. Can't think of this place. Roxy's bad. It's getting hard to buy tickets at shows lately. Maybe I'll go on a world tour soon. You know, that'd be kind of cool to see. Can you talk about that? Okay, do you know about the Battle Box? It's a convenient feature that I can use the piece of the Pokemon Center. Yeah, that allows you to like put Pokemon and then like the it's like a convenient way to like leave your Pokemon there for like better battling and stuff. It's not bad. Anyway, what you two got? First, turn the Seeker's power on, then tap connect the center Seeker screen to check the tag log. First turn the Seeker, then tap wireless, finally tap Entralink. If you have some time, give it a try. It's made 8 hours, right? Again, you want to go to Entralink, you want to get past powers. It might be something I consider, maybe in my own time, potentially. I'm not so sure. Basically, how it works is that there's something called a Fun Fest mission. You play those, and then they give you pass powers, and you keep doing them and you get a lot of pass powers. But it's better if you have multiplayer. It's a lot quicker to raise the power of pass powers, but they're extremely good. They really help your playthrough, so yeah. So that's something to think about. Oh, are you a Pokemon trainer? My grandchild is also busy Pokemon Kids to this Pokemon in various places collecting patches. Like, if we're talking Busy XP, more rusting grass, I think positive egg catching too, stuff like that. Now that here, I've become friends with Reshiram. Reshiram's a legendary Pokemon, but I don't know him very well. Dream big could. Because 2 years ago, a bunch of people who identified themselves as Team Class tried to control Unibutton, the hero, who was the legendary Might Pokemon Reshiram. Alright. Yeah, nothing, I mean, we haven't talked to you yet. You don't have Pokemon, all the work at the complex would make me a wreck. Over here's actually a hidden item. A first one actually, an antidote, someone chucked it in the trash. And we just got this nursery. My Pokemon used to be wimpy, but I trained in a complex and now they're very buff. And you use a repel, while Pokemon come out as much. Do you know that? Trainer, just in case your Pokemon gets burned, please use this little Pokemon. You get the burn heal. That's what it says in the tin. Because the Pokemon's HP attack stat go downwards, but they'll be in a mess. I agree with that. Facts of Pokemon might sell different items. Just teaching many things that they are my teachers. Pokemon are your teachers. The Pokemon that jumps out in the battle is the Pokemon on the top left on the list. I have a weak Pokemon on the top left. The battle starts switching to strong Pokemon. See, I know a great thing, don't I? Yeah, we were using that tactic earlier, so the kid knows what she's talking about. Anyway, yeah, that's mostly everything. So yeah, I didn't really talk about the Pokeballs that the second clock was selling, but yeah, there's a little bit more we can do though. Virbank Complex, so Fire Meets Steel. Virbank Complex is a weird area because a lot of the new Pokemon could be talking about only appear here, so if you want them, go here. Yeah, this is a good deal. Why don't you trade your Pokemon for my Great Ball? Yeah. Yeah, thanks, enjoy the Great Ball. Yeah, they're just really throwing these at us now. That's useful though. See, it's a good deal, isn't it? You can trade again tomorrow if you want. Not bad. Although I'm going to be recording more today, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to take advantage of that, but that's okay. Over here, we can also get another pretty useful item. There's Silk Scarf. It's a power normal type moves. I believe 20% actually. It's a bit more than other items, I believe, because normal can never be super effective, so yeah. And yeah, considering all the decent normal types around here, that's a pretty good item. You also get X accuracy, and yeah, I think this is a good point to end off now. So yeah, because we have the complex coming up, and yeah, we have some work to do. Like I said, I want to get Oshawott to level 17 in the next spot, and yeah, there's actually an NPC who wants us to build the habitat list too, so that's something else I should work on too. Also, yeah, this gives me a good idea. Yeah, seeing the done spots like that helped the habitat list. It looks like it did actually. There you go. So if you cattle the Pokemon, you get stamps. That's good to know. Returning still has one Pokemon I haven't seen yet. What could it be actually? As we saw Pidove, we saw Sunken, we saw Swaddle, then we saw Dunsparce. That's interesting. I guess I could have a little look. Because now I'm curious, basically, so yeah. Again, like I said, yeah, in Virbank Complex, so let's have a look. Ah, it's Venipede probably, isn't it? Because I talked about Venipede. You know what, let's go see Venipede. I mean, we're probably gonna fire Venipede, aren't we? But yeah, I'll do that and then we'll end this part, I think. So yeah, it's a 20% kind of block for us, so it should be too bad. And of course the doubles grass might, make it appear quickly. Like still bells, so yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Again, seeing every Pokemon isn't too difficult, I think at least, so yeah. I don't really need the EXP, I think. I mean, the trains are gonna do just fine, so yeah, there we are, close to level 16, so yeah. So again, yeah, I'm just gonna, find the Venipede, and then finish this route. There we go. So again, technically catching it would be in our best interest, but yeah, I just want to see it in the Pokedex, so there we go. And seeing every Pokemon is actually good for something, so yeah. So there we go, Route 20 has now have all Pokemon scenes, there we go. Oh yeah, Virbank Complex though, yeah, we're gonna need to put something like that. So yeah. So we got the stamp. And yeah, we already seen a few Pokemon there, so yeah, that's good. Alright then. So yeah, with that little excursion done, yeah, let's end this part for real now. So yeah, next time on Pokemon White 2, we're going to be exploring Virbank Complex. We're going to try and fill in the habitat list for Virbank Complex 2. And then, yeah, have some fun there while we're at 2, because yeah, again, we're close to level 17 Oshawott, so that'll be one of our main things we're going to be chasing after. So yeah, anyway, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.